And I think that's the best advice I can give to anybody.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
Yeah, what I want to do is dive into the second part, which is actually video marketing. And so tell us what you mean by that and how you do it.
Yeah, so Instagram started out as a photo platform, right? It was all taking pictures. And the minute they started doing video, people were realizing that, that's what everybody wanted to see, right? You can say a little bit more with video than you can with a picture. So I always like to have video on there, but it's got to be something that people want to watch. So I'm still learning. I mean, I started out, my first ever video was terrible looking. It was on a cheap phone camera. I edited it on my phone for free, and it just kind of grows as you grow and you learn as you learn. But I try to do funny stuff. I try to do informational stuff. I'll do like testimonials from my clients, which is really easy. If you had someone that had a great experience, ask them, hey, can you take 30 seconds and say some kind words and put it together and, put it out there. Right now the craze is all reels, TikToks, short form video, which is great because now you don't have to use this big production and do a 15-minute thing on YouTube. You can do a 10-second video that gets 10,000 views in a day and, you're good to go. And that's instead of taking an hour to cold call, right? And some of the masters of cold calling they can probably call 30 people in an hour, right? That's legit. I can post a video and get 30 people to see it in 10 seconds, right? And, it does the same thing. It puts me top of mind. It reminds them of what I do for a living and who I am. So it's all about just kind of figuring out what you like to do, making it something that's natural to you and not being afraid to get in front of the camera. That's something that a lot of people are afraid of, but they have to understand that everybody has that feeling, right? And nobody cares necessarily what you look like. It's what you're saying. It's what you sound like. It's, what you're doing. And they all know it's hard. Just, they give you props just for doing it. So just go out there and do it and figure out something that works for you.
What type of video content are you then pushing out? Like maybe some stuff that other people listening, you could give them ideas of things that they could shoot that off the bat that they could get some results with.
Yeah. So one of the simple stuff, you can do the client testimonials. I think that's always fun. As long as they're short and, it's hard for other people to be on camera. So it has to look good. And it has to sound good. I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of real estate agents. I watch a lot of comedian stuff. And you want to get inspiration from other people. You don't want to necessarily copy, but you want to get inspired. So you have to know the songs that are popular. You have to know the techniques that are popular on these sites so that you can do similar stuff, because that's what's really going to count. Like if there's and you can look at like other real estate agents, there's like the same phrases and sayings. Everyone's kind of using the similar stuff because it's what's working. But I really like to do funny stuff. It's not for everybody. Some people just really like to just spit facts and, give information to people, helpful information, because real estate's, I say it's knowledge they don't teach in college, right? So like, giving facts and helping people learn what to do and how to do things best is always good. Being a local expert, I think, is something that anyone could do, right? You don't have to be funny. You just got to know your area, right? If you're a mom of two and you're a real estate agent and you have young kids, talk about where your favorite playgrounds are, where you like to take those kids, where the favorite, ice cream shop is. And it doesn't have to be a video in the beginning. You can take a picture of yourself eating the ice cream cone and give a nice review of this place. If you like to eat, it's an obvious one. You go to restaurants, tell everybody where all the best restaurants are. There are thousands of people, tens of thousands of people in your area that don't go out to eat. And they would if you told them where the cool spots are. So things like that, just figure out what you like and do something with that. And I think that's the best advice I can give to anybody.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time, I think those are amazing ideas, by the way. And I think one of the easiest ones that we focus on as well, it's like focus on what people would find helpful in your area at like the lowest barrier, because whether it's funny and all this other stuff, it doesn't matter, but people like to be informed. It's why YouTube content around this works so well. So it could be like top schools or top restaurants, top 5 restaurants, top 5 Mexican restaurants in, El Paso, or, it could be, top 5 steakhouses in San Antonio, Texas, things like this, where it's like, okay, some of them will be residents. They might be looking to move. Some of them might be out of state and they're coming to visit and they're kind of looking for stuff. So at the lowest level, just being helpful and being like really knowledgeable about your area and just straight up sharing the knowledge, you'll be amazed how many people will actually love you for doing it and how helpful they find that content. And like you obviously experience, you get deals from it. One of the things I'm curious about, and I reckon the answer is going to be yes, but I'm going to ask for the audience. Do you tend to find that you work with a lot of people who are similar to you?
Yeah. And I like that. My team is all pretty similar to me. We're all a bit around the same age, which I'm very excited about, because when I started real estate 5 years ago, I think the average age of a real estate agent was like 68 or something. Like it was up there, right? And the older folks that have been in the game a long time, you cannot knock their experience. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. But there's a new wave, right? I'm 35. There's a lot of 35-year-olds who would much rather work with another 35-year-old who's similar to them than, maybe the real estate agent that their parents use or something like that. So I'm excited about taking this new wave of like millennial buyers and growing with them. And when I'm 65 or, however old, I'm going to be the man. I mean, I'm just very excited about kind of grabbing this new wave and going up with them as things grow. But yeah, a lot of my folks are very similar to me, which is very helpful. It's, we have fun.
The reason I say that is because the type of content you're doing is very much you. And what you tend to find, and this is human nature for everyone listening, like we're attracted and drawn to people who are similar to us. It's just who we are. It's psychology. So when you put yourself out there in your own unique way, you tend to find that you attract people who are actually quite similar to you. So like if you're showing like fitness and stuff, it just wouldn't surprise me if you tend to find a ton of clients who are into fitness and who show up in their leggings and workout gear because that's kind of how they live their life. Because that's just, they resonate with you on that level where they're like, he's big into fitness, he'll probably know all this good stuff about it as well. And it wouldn't surprise me that if you go on these house showings and tours and whatnot, whether they're asking you stuff like that. What do you do? I bet that happens all the time because it's just people want to resonate with you. They want to relate to you. And it's just how we build connection. Like this is just fundamentally human psychology, right? Yeah. So that's why I asked.
And it's my preference too. I think that like we all want a good quality of life, right? Like you can make tons of money and you can be miserable, or you can make a good amount and you can be just happy, right? So I like working with people who want to work with me. I like working with people who are similar with me. And it just makes my job a little easier because real estate as a whole is very stressful, right? And why make it harder than it needs to be by working with a bunch of people who like don't really like you or don't really know you like that. They don't really trust you, and you're just like trying to make a buck and they're trying to save a buck. So I just that's why I like having the personable feel online and getting my leads from there, because it just makes my quality of work a little bit nicer.
Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in gaining access to our course and coaching programs, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com.